If you're a nice guy watching this, you probably wondered what's wrong with women at least one time in your life. Maybe their typical behaviors have never made sense for you. Maybe you let selfish, rubbish, worthless women hurt you countless times. If that is the case, this video will be a great guide for your whole life, because if you can't understand women as a man, you will never understand life. Women are the basics for every man. You cannot escape them. You will have to deal with them in your job, school, or dating life. If you have trouble reading them, that will affect every part of your life. First of all, women are the masters of manipulation. It's coded in their genes due to evolutionary adaptation as a survival mechanism. Since female species are weaker in physical capability and they lack the testosterone hormone for the necessary aggression to make things happen, they preferred a different way to handle things. Well, what is that? They basically read men, use their minds as a tool, and find the one who has the best genes to survive. A woman can reach a huge amount of information that can be written in the form of a long essay just by looking at how you walk. Some smart women play with men like a toy, and eventually these guys end up with nothing and wonder why. One of the techniques used by women is called love in the modern life. Love is nothing but a woman easily manipulates a man by using some hormones. Look, I have no idea about who you are. Maybe you're 18, maybe in your early 20s, or maybe you're even older. It doesn't matter, because regardless of the situation, we can always change by taking action. Maybe you still masturbate and watch porn, which are the most preferred ways of losing precious life energy. Nowadays, it's easier to become a slave just to fulfill our animalistic instincts. We, as human beings, are equipped with the relentless torture skills to make ourselves miserable. Even though we witness how these shitty habits makes us weaker and weaker every single day, we still rely on them. Just like that, most men stubbornly try the same methods, and when things don't go in their way, they immediately put the blame on women. When we look at the situation objectively, if half of the mistakes belong to women, the other half completely belongs to men. At the end of the day, communication happens between people, and we are the communicators. If you are the kind of person who can never take responsibility for your actions, I totally understand. If you are weak, you can always choose to give up and go. But if you're still here watching this video, that shows you're willing to take responsibility for your life. Pain is essential for life. It is the indicator of vitality and the ultimate sign of being alive. This is why we are slapped by the ass as a newborn baby. Then can we say that all pain is good and we should always go after the pain, as the what doesn't kill you makes you stronger philosophy suggests? Not really. Sometimes pain makes you stronger, sometimes it may even destroy you. It depends. What type of pain do we talk about here? Here I am talking about the pain chosen by a smart mind. What does the pain have to do with being a nice guy? I can hear you asking. We will get there, just be patient. Pain is inevitable in life, but why should we experience it for bullshit lies? Isn't there a better choice? Here is the story of the nice guy. Women don't even value his presence. They treat him like garbage and keep doing it with no mercy. They use this man as a tool for their selfish purposes, maybe a free listener for their troubles or bullshit stories, maybe as a resource for a free car, money, or a house. However, they never care about their character. They only care what they can get, and this behavior is completely fine for those girls, because they are highly ambitious to reach what they want. If nice guys would know how selfish and worthless most women are, they would be way more aggressive and assertive, yet they always want to believe the opposite is true. While nice guys were so busy believing how beautiful, good and innocent they are, these women were busy chasing a bad boy who treats them rudely, sometimes even like a whore. Sounds silly, right? Let me tell you a life rule. Never think logically when the issue is women. Some women would love to be treated violently. They might rather like to be insulted than hearing fake kind words. You think they are going to love you back when you show how much you love them. You buy them flowers, expensive gifts, and they also tell you what a great guy you are. However, one day you catch them in the bedroom of a guy who does exactly the opposite of what you do by being a bad boy. This is the other side of the story which is never shared. Maybe you still want to see all women as a statue of purity. Maybe you just want to see those women as a mother of your child and as your wife. Never say they never do this. They just do, and you can do nothing about it. Most nice guys graduate from college, find a relatively proper job that will pay more than an average Joe. Then they try to make their own way in this life by standing up on their own feet. Nothing is wrong with that. You see how they change after 2 years of business experience. After earning some money, it affects the way they walk and how they carry themselves, because purchasing power always brings a huge change in behavior. When they come close to their 30s, they realize that things have changed, because people start to treat them like a man, and they like this a lot. Suddenly, Emma in the PR department starts looking at him differently. The girls who always pass by and ignore him to death say hi for no reason. The woman he meets at the bar wants to talk more by asking more questions. His high school friend Isabel says hi and waves on Facebook Messenger. Old female friends write messages on Instagram as, "Wow, you changed a lot." This strange increase in interest boosts his self-confidence, and the nice guy feels better than ever. It feels like he finally cracked the code and his ego turned back to life again. This change in interest from females does not happen for no reason. It's all part of a plan. Okay, what plan? This is the order of society. Now, our nice guy has the chance of living for himself. If you have a chance to create a better life for yourself, you must be stopped at all costs. You become a clear target for the system, society and government. The environmental pressure starts to take over, to take a bite from your earnings, to feed the system. How shameless and selfish you are. You always think of yourself, right? Maybe you always wondered why single men are treated like shit in this society. The society we live in always demands some participation from every individual. At the bare minimum, you have to share your earnings with a female. Because if you're single, you're a threat. You're a potential thug, pervert, or a bummer. You can come up with a new dangerous action anytime soon. Women also go through a strong time paradox. Why did the behavior of those women change dramatically? Because the biological clock of Isabel, Mary, Emma and Kate got closer to the end. They started to lose their beauty by getting older every day. They are not as fresh and beautiful as their younger competitors, and the attention on them decreased dramatically. It was nice and fun to party hard every day in their early 20s, and they enjoyed hooking up with men they don't even know. But when their time passed, they felt a strong urge to reproduce and have a family. Because if they don't, nobody's going to give a shit about them soon. First their own family, then society will start to ostracize them. They know this fact very well, instinctively, and it scares the shit out of them. Right here, the savior, the last hope, the hero gets on the stage. Our nice guy barely had a decent relationship and maybe had some accidental sex so far. Even though he makes some money right now, he's still horny and desperately craving sexual intimacy. His exaggerated and fake kindness, mimics, gestures scream as, "Here I am, consume me." He thinks finally his time has come because he always tried so hard to be a nice person. He respected people and got betrayed most of the time. He always waited for that special woman for his whole life. Then all of a sudden, he realized that the woman was right near him. Look at that coincidence, just like in romance movies. How the hell these girls were so well hidden like a ghost for decades? How was he too blind to see? All women know this issue very well, but they will never say it to your face. This is their secret. The women you met will always tell some bullshit stories like, "Virginity doesn't matter. How dare you to judge me? You can't question my past. What age do we live in?" She will play the role of being right, and she will try every strategy to make you her slave. She will do her best to make you feel guilty for her own mistakes. She will use her well-developed acting skills to manipulate you all the time. She will threaten you and get angry for no reason, just to become more dominant. The more you let her do that, the more you will lose your self-respect and self-control. Okay, you ate the bait and got married, but nothing is over yet. Yes, the government will let you have sex freely with the approval of society, and you will be tracked more easily, but marriage is only the beginning of the Cold War. She will keep doing every possible thing to restrict your freedom. That will be her favorite activity. You will see that but prefer to stay silent to escape conflict, and that will ruin you inside day by day. You can guess what will happen later. Eventually marital conflicts will arise and divorce will happen. End of the story. So dear nice guys, those girls did not suddenly become interested in you for no reason. Just give them what they had in their early 20s, they would immediately ignore you right away. They would still go and have fun in the same way. Of course they will play the role of being innocent without hesitation. They will easily lie to you like they actually love your character, and you probably don't even notice that. Like most men only see women as sex objects, Most women only see your wallet. You're nothing more than a tool to solve their problems. Okay, we had fun, laughed a lot, and partied every day, but at the end of the day, who is going to pay the rent? Who is going to pay the bills, dresses, cosmetics, and all bullshit stuff? They are just looking for a bum to take care of their needs. If you don't open your eyes, that bum will be you. Of course, not all women are like this, but you must be careful. The real quality of a person is never revealed in normal conditions, but in moments of hardship. If you wanna get to know a woman well, you have to test how well she behaves in times of hardship and scarcity. For most women, you're just a social burden. It's their duty to manipulate and make you their slave. Of course, they don't mind playing a role until they hook you. Most men see the real faces of their wives after marriage. But this video is not a curse for women. This is just a wake-up call. You can still close your eyes to reality and believe anything you want. Life is a war because some choose to consume others for their own interests. Women are stronger than men in many cases, and they get stronger with every new generation. If you can't read them, they become dangerous and consume everything you got. If you don't want that to happen, make sure you follow the content and subscribe, because you wanna be more.